Here's a Japanese maple bowl that is just roughed out. It's still pretty wet, but I've had it drying now for probably a month or more. I just wanted to show in this demonstration that the Hollowing King does any part of the hollowing that you want it to do, and any part of the work. But as I would generally do, I will first make sure that the exterior of this bowl is good and true as much as I can get it. Now the next thing that I want to attempt to do with this bowl is I want to make sure, as much as I can, it doesn't always turn out, but as much as I can, I want this low piece or low side as thick as the upper side. So that means I have to be in the same contour all the way around. I can't have a contour here and then change, kind of like you might say, directions up here. So whatever's fitting for down here has to be fitting for up here too. And I will be using the HK75 on this one, just because I don't want to get around these wings. Okay, here's the 75. Now what I do here is I have, a left-hand notch in here, a left-hand notch blade. And, some people say, well, how do I know what the right setting for the blade is? One way you can determine that is by putting it in here loosely and rolling it until you find a nice spot for it that it looks like that you can use it. So if you're off a little bit here and there with it, it generally doesn't matter. Sometimes it gets pretty technical, but for the most part, with the mobility that you have with this tool and the handle, you can pretty much use the blade how you want to. This time I'll set this blade like this, and that's how I'll start off with using it. And when I get down to the bottom, then I'll change it so it hits the flat part of the bottom a little better. Okay, it's dressing up pretty nice. This piece of wood just has not moved that much. Oh, well, we'll go down here at the bottom and, well, wait a minute here. I'll take a little more off up here on the wing, and then I'll go down to the bottom. Okay, good. So I'll reset the blade, and again I'll let the piece set it for me, about like that. All I have to do is tighten it up. Now the other thing you have to remember about this blade is that it is a scraper. So we can get below center on this if we want to. Now generally I don't until I'm going to put the finishing touches on it. Then to keep it from tearing out, I will go below center, but just for demonstration purposes I'll show you what I mean. So like right along here is where I normally go. Now, if I want to go below center on this, I can. And I just make kind of an arch in there. And I'm not taking out a lot of material. I'm just dressing it up a little bit. I'm glad I took this out for a demo because I know now that it's not going to move a whole lot as it's drying. So this is going to be a nice bowl when it's finished. And maybe in another demonstration a few months from now, and when it's dry and finished, or I'll finish it out on camera, show you folks how it turned out. So I went